Whoa.
Yeah, bro. I know that's kind of weird, but that's what happens. At the beginning of this shit,
Uh, Craig the
it
bot.
always it comes on and it makes you feel like you're doing something bad.
Dang.
But nah, it's been actually this is why we've been doing the show because of the damn quarantine and trying to keep our sanity. Because prior to this, we started doing this podcast, so we won't mention, so we won't get sued or canceled in the future. But then we brought it back because we just trying to figure out how to hang out with each other again. And ta-da! Now you got this Izuzu Rodeo bullshit.
It's pretty cool, man. I've from the episodes that I've listened to, I've enjoyed it. So
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I I am excited and I'm learning from people. I'm learning how to talk better. I now know that pronouncing shit with the S in it, it brings out my whole shh, and I now I hate that, so I avoid any word with S. No, but it's been fun. I've really been enjoying this shit. It's helping me learn more. I'm learning how to not be an asshole. Everybody is special, and yeah, man, it's cool. I fucks with it. I heavily fucks with it.
that's good though.
You sound like you have a little husk in your voice, Cedric. Like that kind of wisdom in your vocal tone or something like that. What's been going down, man?
Uh, Probably just because I've been drinking too much.
What you been drinking?
Uh, well, I picked up whiskey and gin as a hobby.
Ah, that's
So
that's that's my boy. I'm a whiskey man myself.
yeah, I've just been kind of exploring, whiskeys, different gins, a little bit of rum, but mainly whiskey and gin. I mean, really, this whole quarantine thing, I've picked up just kind of dabbled in a bunch of different hobbies here and there, and some of them stick, some of them don't. So, but I guess maybe it's affecting my voice. I don't know.
What all is stuck for you?
Yeah.
Uh, the whiskey stuff. Uh, I started actually like collecting comics, like
Like the
comics, I
physical
guess.
copies?
Yeah. So I've been reading and collecting those.
Mm-hmm.
Still on the video games, still on the anime, the board games, all that stuff. But I mean, those are the main ones. Uh, Trying to get back into art again, if I can, stop putting stuff on a piece of paper and instantly hating it and throwing it away, and just
Oh
learning
damn.
to accept my mistakes.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I
you
remember you
should
being a
give your
badass.
yeah, you should give yourself like at least a few days with it.
I'm trying. It's it's just one of those mental blocks that I gotta come over. Like nothing's ever gonna be perfect as soon as there's like first drafts for a reason. Nothing's ever gonna be perfect the first time when you try something
Exactly.
like that. So I'm just trying to overcome that myself and say, okay, well, this is where I can improve on. Try drawing it again instead of just like, well, this just is complete trash, and then
Yeah,
giving up.
I
So
think we all had to get out of all of us had to get out of our own way and s- uh the phrase I like to use and think about now is progress, not perfection. And
Mm.
I mean, you make so much stuff happen that way, and you just go where it goes. And if you need something fixed, you go back
Excuse me.
and fix it, make it legit, and yeah, I mean, you learn through that. You learn by doing, basically.
yeah,
And people out there, I mean, would like your stuff,
Yeah.
even if you don't think it's the best thing ever.
There's
yeah,
always
you're
somebody.
right. You're right.
Like,
Yeah, I just gotta keep at it and put it out there.
Hmm.
do it, man. Like that's what I started doing. Like it even starts with just like I'll make some shit and I might not be confident in it, but then I'll like annoy the fuck out of V's and tell him to go hop in his inbox and be like, "Hey, check this out, check this out." just because like it gives it time for me to revisit it and realize if something is trash. Or like now my new thing that I'm probably gonna start doing is I'm just gonna have my prototypes, just actually release them and just put it up there so it's like it's content. It's content. It's just fucking do it. Like when we were in Denton, one of our biggest problems that I saw outside looking in now is we wanted perfection so much, we never got anything done. And I remember there was other people, other artists that I knew that were just like, man, fuck it. This doesn't sound good. We're just gonna do no, they didn't think it, they thought it was probably amazing. But me, it didn't I didn't think it was probably the best thing. But they still was doing it. And that work ethic, they had something to show for their work. They just was progressing. And shit fucking what's that shit? Instagram is full of that now. People constantly posting half done materials and saying, "Hey, check this out. Give it a like and share." And
Yeah,
then someone is sponsoring their ass because they're like, "We like what you're doing." So man, yeah, you gotta throw yourself in the deep end sometimes.
yeah, you're right. 100% correct on that.
Mm. I want to know what comics you got into, because me and Kate like revisited Watchmen because she hadn't seen it, but I showed her the movie and she was blown away by it.
Mhm.
And then we
Watchmen's
ended up
good, man.
watching, yeah, we ended up watching the HBO Watchmen series on there.
Ooh,
That shit was great. Like it was phenomenal.
I haven't seen the HBO one, but I mean, the movie was really good.
Oh yeah,
I
you
definitely
should
need
put it
to
on the
check
list,
that
bro.
out.
They
Regina
knocked it.
King.
They knocked it out the park for me. For me
After
Nice.
and
that,
Ray.
I got a crush on Regina King after watching that. Like I was just sitting there going like, I fucking she did that. She did that.
Bro, they all did that. It was just too on point for me.
I ain't
But
gonna spoil anything because I want him to watch it. Like, yo, I know you will enjoy it, bro. You should check that shit out.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
what stuff did you get into?
Comic wise, honestly, a lot of the stuff that's been getting my attention is like non-Marvel, non-DC. So one of my favorites right now is it's called Something's Killing the Children, and
Hmm.
think like, see, I don't really know how to describe too much of it without giving it away, but something's out there killing children, like like
And they need that right
graphically.
now. That's what people are posting about that stuff on Facebook, Save the Children and all that. This is probably who they're scared of.
Maybe, but I mean, this one, like, so I've been following this comic since like issue number one. I went, like, this is one of the few comics that I'll like go out of my way to buy like the variant covers of and all that stuff.
Mm.
Um, and the they're saying it's the new Walking Dead for popularity wise. Like,
Mm.
there's rumors about it getting the show on Netflix. Like, it's probably one of the next big ones if it keeps going well. Um, Another one is called The Red Mother, which
Red
it's
Mother.
yeah, The Red Mother. It's different because like I guess I could get just like a very basic is like this woman and her husband were just kind of like walking home. If I remember correctly from issue one, they were like walking home. Something happened where the husband just completely disappears, and then she ended up losing one of her eyes, like they were
Mm.
attacked or something. But she doesn't really know what happened. Like, but since that happened, like, nobody knows what happens to the husband. There's no evidence of a body, no nothing. But she's been having all these weird visions about like this monster following her. People trying to attack her when really it's like just these almost hallucinations. It seems like in the comic,
Mm.
and she's just trying to get over it and figure out her stuff. But the more you read, the more you realize like people around her are connected to what happened, or some people around her know what happened. So it's almost like, it's just kind of like trying to figure out what actually did happen to this lady and her husband. when she's trying to live a normal life, and then all these people are coming out trying to get into her life, like, oh, things will go, things are gonna get better. And then they're like, oh, praise be the Red Mother, and you're like, who is this Red Mother? What did y'all do to this woman? Like, it's kind of crazy. Other than those two, I mean, I've been reading like Ghost Spider, which is Spider Gwen. That was pretty cool. The new X-Men reboot is really good.
Yeah, last time I checked on that was pretty dope. I love let's see, for me, what I was following, which surprised the hell out of me, I really enjoy the Green Lantern comics. I didn't see that ever happening, but there's so much to their mythos, all the different colors and what they represent, and
Yeah,
just
Green Lantern's
um
always been really good. It's just people, I guess, tend to base them off the movies. The movie, you know, it's
that trash.
it's
So then you
yeah,
take that and you go, nope.
and yeah. Now people look at Green Lantern. You mean like that Ryan Reynolds movie? No, no. But Green Lantern comics, those are really good. Like like you said, all the different color lanterns, and yeah, it's really good.
What
Yeah,
was
I
it?
grew up on the TV version too. That's really all I know about it.
Well, did you
Yeah,
guys hear that they had to let go a lot of people from DC recently? Like a lot of the people that just work for DC Comics that did the comics, they had to let a lot of them go, and I'm pretty sure it's tied to just the current state that we're in. And I think it's cool that you're still supporting and buying comics. I've always wanted to go back to the comic shop and buy more, because I went to the comic shop more because I started playing Magic at one point, and I was always
oh yeah.
excited. Yeah, I started, me and Liquid, we both went out to this one comic shop, and we would just go there and watch other people play Magic, and we did a couple battles our own. Matter of fact, it's funny because when you go to those communities, the old heads are always really good about giving you cards. We went to one place and he was just they just gave us some cards because it's like, oh, you guys just got started. Well, you're gonna need this in your deck. And we did all that for about maybe like 4 months. And then they changed the series up again. We're like, no, we're not gonna keep investing in this because they keep updating the cards. It's one of those things where it's just like,
So
eh.
the Magic is still one of the things that I play, and had I known that, I definitely could have hooked you up. Um,
I play online since it's free.
that's
It's free.
definitely a good way to go. Definitely a good way to go. But no, man, I didn't know. Like, if I would have just told you, like, probably look into playing Commander,
What's
because
playing Commander?
it's a format of Magic, but it doesn't rotate out. So what y'all are probably playing with Standard, like getting the new
Yeah,
stuff and then they rotate out and stuff. They have
yeah.
different formats that don't rotate. So like all your
I
old
think
stuff will
someone was
always
telling
be
us about
good.
that. They were
Yeah,
telling us
and
about how they had that, and it was like another one where it's like there's command. Well, I'm calling the Commander because you just called it Commander, but there was like the season you're in. Then there's the one where you can play any card, even the ones that have been banned. And then there's one where it's like you can use this current season, last season, and it's like a little window that you can play in.
kinda. There's like tiers to it. Standard is the one where it's like I think there's 3 sets at any time, and then like they rotate constantly, pretty much, or at least once a year. Uh, there's Modern, which kind of extends that. Modern doesn't rotate; they just add on the new set. Legacy, which is the one where you can use almost any card that
Yeah,
has
there you
ever
go.
existed. Vintage, which you can use every card that's ever existed. Of course, the further on you get, the barrier of entry money wise is higher.
Yeah.
Uh, but then there's Commander, which is a 4-player format, which is basically just like a 4-player free for all.
Mm.
And your deck, instead of 60 cards, is a 100 card singleton. So you only need one of every card except for lands, like basic lands. And that doesn't have a rotation, and barrier to entry is extremely low because like there's this dude on YouTube that makes budget decks, so you could get a whole deck that can still hang on with like the upper tier decks, and those decks will cost you like $50 to $100, and you're good to go.
You know, that's the other crazy part that I found out about it is you could seriously make money off of just buying cards, holding them, and then selling them back maybe in 2 years later because they increase in price sometimes.
Yeah,
I got
no,
lucky from a pack.
marketplace is stupid for Magic. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's stocks. It's kind of like stocks.
It is. I mean, name any other game where a piece of cardboard will cost, about as much as a car.
I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, okay. Nah, you just
No,
you.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
No,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't get close. I've
nah, you
looked.
right. You are right. God dang. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save my deck of cards for my kids. No, for my great grandkids, so they can have some money. Cause that sounds like
Pay off some
yeah.
college tuitions.
Did you ever get into Dungeons and Dragons?
I got a group of friends right now that's trying to get me into it,
How are you
and
guys deciding on playing on it? Because I know
they actually
I've
play
been.
using Discord.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's what I'm thinking about. It's like probably what you do is you all probably use your vid cam or whatever, and then that's how you guys keep up with it.
Well, they don't even use a cam. Like you can, but you don't have to. They just all in the voice chat. They roll for all the stats.
Mm.
Which Discord, I guess they have it set up to where you can just type in the roll so everybody can see it. It automatically pulls it up. But there's also other
You
stuff
should
you can
invite me to
use.
that.
I can if you want.
Yeah, man, I've been wanting to do that for was that like maybe 2 years now. I was so hyped about just the character creation. You literally sit there and you flesh out your entire character and you decide where they come from, their backstory. And it's just for me, it was just like I was like, oh shit, this is amazing. I don't understand why people always used to knock this. This shit's great.
Because it's nerdy. back in the '90s when nerds were nerds
We're
instead of
cool.
cool.
Yeah, yeah. Until Stranger Things came out and made nerds cool.
Yeah, but I mean it's pretty fun. Like the thing, like you said, the thing that gets me really is the character creation and the backstory. But I'm really indecisive when it comes to backstory, so I just keep like switching it. But yeah, it's pretty fun. I got a couple groups that are like trying to get me more into it. And the nice thing about it is you can like kind of customize it too. So if you don't like the whole like fantasy with the elves and the orcs and whatever, like one of the groups that I'm in, they're doing like a Fire Force campaign based off of that anime Fire Force,
That's on my list.
where it's great. It's probably one of my favorites right now actually. But like they're doing like different types of campaigns like that where they just base like the settings and the enemies off of whatever. Like I've heard people doing like Avatar: The Last Airbender campaigns. I've heard all sorts of stuff. So it's pretty
Ooh, that'll
cool.
be cool. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that sounds sexy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I
I
like it.
knew
It's pretty
about
fun.
Where's Fire
there's a
Force?
Huh?
what's that?
Where's Fire Force? What service?
Fire Force is on Funimation. I'm not sure if it's on Crunchyroll. Uh, but yeah, it's the same dude that did Soul Eater, so same art style.
Mm, gotcha.
But
I've been hearing great things about it.
it's
There's a
it's really
guy.
good
Yeah, it's when the guy told me the premise of the show, I just said, okay, fuck it, I gotta go watch this. That's why it's on my list. There's something called Vinland that's on my list as well now.
Vinland Saga.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I heard good things about it. I
but
haven't
I was
watched it
gonna
yet.
ask you, well, what was that? Basically, I was getting at like when it came to those variants for the D&D. The one I saw, there's a group on YouTube, I believe, called the Cosmonaut Variety Show, and they had a very good way that they did it. Like I think they had this show that lasted probably like 4 episodes, and they were all maybe an hour, 2 hours long. But their variant was Star Wars, so they did
Mm.
D&D, but you would pick like you would be in the Star Wars universe. And I was like, it was really dope that you could do that. And that brought me on board. I was like, yo, I just want to get a couple friends that actually want to commit to it and make this a thing and like actually let this shit pop off.
Yeah, man. I'll see about getting you into that group. I mean, you're not too far away from the comic shop I go to either. If you're in Carrollton, I mean, they have a ton of books. Not necessarily even D&D books, but just a ton of different books with different systems that you can use. Like there's cyberpunk ones. There's like all this other stuff that those tabletop fantasy games are picking up a lot. So
Kasune Goddess.
I was actually looking at that last night.
That's I've been actually wanting to play that for like a long time. I wish there was an online version of
I
that. I haven't looked it up.
I don't think there is. You know what there is online though of
What?
Sentinels.
Ooh.
I don't know if you remember that game.
Oh yeah. That was the house favorite, man. We spent many nights up till 5 in the morning playing that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, y'all love that game.
Wait, did you play it?
Nah,
I don't know why I felt like you was the villain for some reason.
because I was probably being antisocial.
I think
Yeah,
you I thought you played it once. I don't know if you liked it or not, but I thought you did play it once.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, I don't usually like a faceless enemy or a predetermined enemy. Like I don't like usually like playing campaigns of games and stuff where I have to kill a bunch of drones or I like playing online and interacting with people.
Gotcha.
Like that's a cool game. Like you know, we're all in a team together, but we're just playing a random generated enemy, and it's just kind of weird to me. There's no personality to it for me.
I can see that. Yeah, I can
I
see
remember that night that we all just hopped up and went to Walmart and bought all those damn Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
that.
Yeah, we're weird and random.
Yeah, bro. That was a it was interesting. I remember that night was pretty damn dope though. I enjoyed it. We went to Walmart. So I think some of us even spent even $100 on that shit just to come back, play for a night, and never play that shit again.
I don't even remember playing them hoes.
Oh, I think I just found like some sort of Yugi starter. I was just like, well, I guess I'm playing Yugi. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
man.
Karibo in it or something. I don't remember all the specifics, but I
Who'd
don't
you
know. But
play
that's
against?
I don't even remember. Probably Stetson,
Mm,
but that's like I don't know. I just kind of miss those nights, like just the randomness, hanging out
Yeah,
with y'all.
right.
That was fun. But
Yeah, I missed that too. Fucking
the
jobs and
fellowship.
shit.
playing what was it? PlayStation All Stars.
Ah, shit. Toe
Yeah,
to toe, man. Toe to fucking
yeah,
toe.
I was king in that game.
Yeah, y'all killed me. I could not play that game very well.
You don't need to feel bad, Cedric. In my eyes, every single one of you are mongrels.
Okay, well that makes me feel a little better.
Fuck you.
I'm willing to take that. I'll take
Not
mongrel
me.
status.
I
You are
I don't
equal.
bow down. I do
You are
not bow
equal with
down.
all of those people. Don't let them make you feel bad.
No,
I
I'll
know
take
my
that.
place amongst the mongrels. I, I am the highest bred. Look at that.
You know, Steady said second place is just first loser. So you just the first one to go cry in the corner.
No, that's those memories were like it was cool for me because for me I didn't even live there. I was the little brother coming to visit a lot of the times, and that was pretty awesome. It's like I got to come and hang out with my bro, and then I got to hang out with you guys too. In those weekends, like you guys were doing schoolwork, and for me, I was just there having a good ass time recording that fucking project I did, and yeah, that shit was cool.
Yeah, that was cool, bro. I had no idea you were out there having your own fucking life too.
Wait,
No,
what's up?
I didn't know you had your own life going on. Like, what were you doing during that time? Like, you got mixed up with all kinds of people and had all kinds of a life and shit.
Are you talking to me or Cedric?
Yes, you. You talking about you visiting?
Oh shit. Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, I was just trying to get on the same page, man.
Yeah, like I didn't get to visit your life.
I mean, the reason I'm confused is because like Cedric's the guest. He's the person we ain't talked to. Like, I shouldn't
I'm
be the
sure
one
Cedric.
getting talked.
I'm sure Cedric would like to know what was going on in your life.
Shit, man.
You would
I
just
was
pop in
supposed
on
to.
weekends.
Sure. I mean, yeah, I didn't really know much other than I mean, after a while, like I was only there on the weekends because I had to go back and work with my dad after I graduated.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You
Yeah.
hate. Well, I don't know if you want to put that in the light, but but yeah, man. I know you weren't the biggest fan of that moment.
I just
I know
didn't
you
like
weren't.
having to go back and forth all the time. I'm like, I'd rather just spend it there with you guys at least, the time I have left because I know we were all gonna go our separate ways after college. So,
Right.
I at least want to spend time with y'all, but instead I had to like go, work and I'd come back and sometimes you were there, Darius, and I was like, oh no, Darius is here. Other days I walk into JD throwing a music video party in our apartment.
That was fun.
Uh,
I was there for that shit.
you just walked up to the apartment. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're having a house party or something. I don't know, but I don't know, just like the randomness of it was cool to me because it was my first real experience of that. Like I never really had that before. I know there like a lot of people that might have been like, oh, yeah, I just want to go be in some peace and quiet. But for me, that was like all these new experiences I only had with y'all. It was like it was refreshing. So
Yeah, same here. And
Definitely.
I think together we made that stuff happen.
yeah, I would agree.
Those moments were. I mean, those moments were us. That shit was. I know for me, it was always an adventure because when I was going to Denton, first off, I had to come and leave a whole nother city. I didn't have a car, so the journey there took about an hour plus to even do. And it was like, all right, it just felt cool. It felt cool. I remember like I had my own friends and shit in Dallas. I'd be hanging out with them, and then I'd be telling them, hey, I'm off to Denton. And it just felt like this really cool anime experience. Like, hey, I got a journey to do. I got another place to go to. And then I would get there and walk from a train station all the way to the back of like I would go straight north. And that was a journey within itself just to get there and be it was like really it was just great fun enjoyment. I can't really think of a negative moment from there. It was badass. I enjoyed all the days there, and I understand like for me it was just coming to hang out. For you guys it was you guys were hanging out, but then you guys also had like work and school and shit while y'all were there. But it was cool. It was cool. I just fucking really enjoyed it. On top of that, I felt cool because I was always the youngest one, and everybody else was older. And you know how that is when you're young and everyone's older, and you're like, oh, my friends are, I have older friends.
Mhm.
And that's
So what
another different experience because like Fez and I were the older ones, and at least for me, like I was always the youngest one out of my group of friends. So for me being one of the older ones, it was a little bit different.
mm, yeah, I think I'm used to being the oldest and then all y'all came around and I felt like a little kid. It was great though.
I learned a lot from you guys, though. Honestly, it was yeah. It's like everybody had their own little lesson, and like I'm trying to go through the memories because I
Why
remember
are you
just
saying
hang.
past tense like I'm not still teaching you shit?
Man, you understand. Shit, I mean, shit. Steady taught many lessons. I always think of Steady as like the fucking not Master Chief, fucking Commander Shepard from Mass Effect. He's the real Master Shepard out of that shit. He was just constantly, being everyone's friend and like just a good person and a good soul and heart. Um, fucking, fucking Fez. I forgot what it was. Because I didn't actually start having like real adventures with Fez, and it was like when I actually started living in Denton, because there was like a couple of nights me and Fez we would just go out together and we would just hang out, and it was cool. It was cool. Like I think yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it felt like Mega Man. Like I got to spend time with each of you guys and learn like a special move from everybody. And then I don't know, it was fucking dope. You fucking taught us about Nujabes, that heartbreak. At the same time, it was like the most enthralling thing because it was like, what the fuck is this? This is amazing. Just to be sad and find out that he died, and I was just like, what the fuck? I hated that part of it, but like yeah, man, I still have a folder on my iPod called Cedric's DNB, and it's like fucking 400 plus songs.
Yeah,
There's a
bro.
lot more now.
I'm still going through that music.
There's a lot more now. Speaking of
We need
New
to make a
Jabees,
hub.
I got to I went to they did a tribute concert last year for the
Hmm.
anniversary of his death, and I got to go to it and meet Shingo.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
that was an experience, man. They had a live band performing his music and everything. Like, that was kind of surreal almost.
Yeah, bro. I'm full 100% jealous right now.
Actually, that reminded me when we went to fucking see Coheed and Cambria together.
Yeah,
That was that was my first concert. Yeah, that was my first real concert.
yeah, that's
And
right.
then Fez's brother sent me the damn pass so I could be, well, whatever the special VIP pass. So it's just
That's
like
right. Yeah, I
we
remember because
got
I
to
was
do
trying to
that.
buy a shirt and you texted me, you're like, bro, they're playing now." And like, hurry up and get that shirt and go back.
I had ringing in my ears for at least like to the end of the next day. It was damn good. It's something special about actually going to those experiences, those concerts like that. Like
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know what it
crazy.
is.
That was the one with the private eyes guy, right?
Yeah, that's when we learned that song. Private eyes watching you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love
Dude
how
in the
that
crowd.
became our group song.
What's up?
I love how that became one of our group songs.
Yeah,
It was
it
great,
did.
man. That was a great moment. But yeah,
I
no,
remember that that shit there was, I don't know. It's good to have good friends like that. I think that's like the other part that comes from this because I always say this to everyone. My mom told me you're only gonna have 5 friends, or you'll only be able to count your friends on one hand. And she said that's gonna be her, my brother, and I think she named some other people in my family, like the immediate family. And I learned that ain't true because like you guys, people we hang out with now, it's just like that ain't true. It's not true, and it's really nice and forgiving to find out that that's not true.
Yeah, definitely in this age
yeah.
where it's easy to stay in contact with people.
Well, that's just another thing that I've also been trying to do is just stay in contact with everybody. Like,
Hmm.
it sucks growing older and losing touch with people, and you can try to stay in touch with as many people as you can, but there's still gonna be some that like you just grow apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I'm a little bit offended that you've been getting all this music all this time and you ain't been sharing it with nobody.
I'll hook you guys up. I'm
Hey,
sorry. What?
or post them hoes in the Discord when you find them. That's what we made it for.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, well, I'll definitely post some music in there. I mean, what kind of music do y'all want?
Nah, bro.
I mean,
It don't
whatever's sitting
matter.
in your phone. Yeah, whatever you just like, yo, this needs to be out there, or this moved me today. I mean, just share this shit. That's what we
Okay,
doing.
cool. Yeah, I'll
And we're
start
gonna
doing that.
constantly encourage that.
Yeah, I'll start doing that.
Because I know it appears like I think what I always say is we are the community, and as we keep actually interacting with each other, more people interact. So it's just like it it's a thing. It's a thing.
I gotcha. I mean, sometimes, it's just easier to make your own community. You find people to include in it, and it just becomes your community. People that you
Exactly.
know,
Yeah.
you're around the most.
Not to mention just hanging out on like places like Reddit. It surprises me. I have better conversations with people I've never met than people that I thought I knew for fucking 10 years, and it's just I got a new friend, David. It's a guy that does the Rooster Bat show. He's on our channel, or whatever. But ever since then, like now we talk probably maybe like if not once every other day, we at least say something that's actually meaningful to each other, maybe like at least once a week. So it's just like I got new friends now, and it's cool because there's people who have
In his
like minds
channel,
like you. You said what?
in his channel.
Sometimes we'll message back and forward, but we're on Twitter, and we basically we do a lot of interaction on Twitter, and we'll message each other on here and shit.
Oh, you
Mm.
on Twitter? You active on Twitter now too?
I am active on Twitter now.
Are you doing all of them?
Pretty much I'm doing all of these hoes, bro.
God damn.
Yeah, see,
Yup.
that's one thing. I'm all for finding people and finding stuff, but social media wise,
I hate
I
that
got
shit. I hate it with a
uh,
passion.
I got I got Facebook, which is mainly just there for like my family and a couple friends that I can only keep in touch with through that. And then
Right.
I got Instagram, which it is what it is. I mainly just like support my sister on there because she's still doing her art thing, and then that's it. I don't really do too much social media. I guess that's another reason why I haven't really been keeping in touch with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Uh, but I mean, social media, man, it can tire you out. It wears on you, at least for me. And I go on there and I see all the craziness going on in the world, and not only with in general, but with my friends or acquaintances and their personal lives, and it just gets kind of heavy. You just need to
Yeah.
kind of distance
Bro,
yourself and take a break from it. So
that's why I disappeared for was it 2 or 3 years? I don't remember. The time was enjoyed. Not having Facebook was beautiful. Like I don't put the messenger app on my phone because I don't want to be connected. I want to log in when I need to log in. And by need, me reposting the fact that I did a show. And I just kind of leave it at that. I'll interact with people while I'm on there, see who's talking about what. But I try to dip because it's there's so much more to enjoy in life. And then Discord, like with the social media places, you have to fight with algorithms and shit just to be seen. Like if you want to be seen, you might not even want to be seen. For me, I look at them as places that like hold stuff. It's a database for me. But shit like the Discord, where you can actually be real with somebody and not have to worry about a fucking algorithm. I don't know. I fuck with that more. I want to be able to actually be real with somebody
yeah,
instead
I
of
mean, yeah,
marketing.
you could be real with people. It's just how much BS do you want to put up with?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
And that's what it turned into. Because for me, Facebook was a way to keep up with all of my people, but now it's just this thing where it feeds me what it thinks that I want, and I don't like that because there are so many
yeah,
people on my friends list and family that I got on there thinking, oh, I can connect with this person again, and their stuff doesn't even pop up my thing. No matter how many people I delete from my friends list and how many things I unfollow, they always keep pushing the same group of people and the same group of topics, and it ends
Yeah,
up
it's
turning
the
into
same
this.
thing.
Yeah, it ends
It's
up turning into this mess where I get triggered by one thing or another, and end up saying some shit or debating with some people I don't need to be debating about something that's just fucking stupid.
see that's another thing. I've just learned I don't even really post much on there. If it's not, I just made it a point to where I only post stuff that'll like either get a laugh or like just a smile because there's too much going on. I don't feel like debating with anybody over anything. I don't feel like
Right.
I don't have time to stress out over somebody else's stuff, and
Yeah.
I just lurk. I just scroll through, see if there's anything that I like or anything that I need to do family wise or whatever. And then I log out. And tried to make it clear to most people that I'm around. Like, I don't like being attached to like my cell phone all the time. I don't like having to be attached to a computer all the time. And that's kind of what it feels like. I mean,
Hmm.
this world is like you're just kind of glued to some piece of electronic device and it just kind of consumes you. So like,
Yeah.
I barely post anything. I get on every now and then to like stuff or to see what's going on, but that's about it. I mean, I'll just keep to myself, and I'll either talk to people in here on Discord, or I'm playing a video game, or just reading a book, keeping to myself.
Hmm. That's how I felt about it. That's how I'm trying to live my life. I'm trying to put more of that energy of let them fight about stupid shit out there, and let me you know progress my life in the ways that I want to.
Yeah,
Most of my time, usually when it comes to social media, I'm on Reddit because I like the different communities on there. They will all have conversations about different things, and I learn a lot of stuff, a lot of uh, like really various topics, and I learn them in a short time just by scrolling and seeing those conversations where they talk about the different stuff pertaining to that thing, and not just just some bullshit, because they're I mean they have that stuff on there too, but it's easy to avoid.
Yeah.
The only issue with it now is that they're heavy into that censorship shit, and with everything there's only a matter of time before it hits some shit that you care about.
yeah. Which I feel like, I mean, didn't the same thing happen to Tumblr? They like started censoring a lot of stuff on Tumblr.
Well,
Well,
Tumblr's a little different. I took part. Well, when I say that, I gotta say that correctly. I did not take part in the darkness of Tumblr, but Tumblr Tumblr had a very, very special dark place on it. And what I mean by special dark place, it started getting into like, like child porn. The child porn was
Oh,
the big thing that brought it down because Apple found out about it and they pulled Tumblr from the store. And then Tumblr was like, okay, that's gonna affect our money. And that's when they said we're gonna reform this bitch because their money got hit. If they would have never pulled that, they probably would have never took that shit down. If it wouldn't have never affected their money, they probably would still have that shit up
mm. So
because
I wasn't
it
on
was so
Tumblr
much.
much. I just heard like, Tumblr was being censored or whatever, and people were trying to find a new place to go to. I'm like, oh, okay,
oh,
well,
they took off. No, they just stopped allowing all adult content on there.
oh,
And so
okay,
people had to find a new place to go. Now Reddit is something different. Like you'll get censored for uh different topics will get censored, and they're not all like about child porn or some shit like that. Like it's even the Donald Trump Reddit had got shut down, and it just spread from there.
gotcha. Oh no, I'm not on Reddit too much either, but I mean,
Reddit's
there's
a
some
fun
stuff
place.
that I mean, yeah, I've seen like some threads, like when I'll be doing a Google search or something, like one of the results will be like a Reddit thread that might have the answer I'm looking for. So I mean, it
Yeah.
seems like a cool place.
Yeah, so I really make a point to, if I'm looking for a certain kind of answer, to make sure it gets directed to Reddit. There's just a lot of stuff I can learn from there. That's why I can't quit it yet.
Mm.
Facebook has all my family and friends and people I supposedly care about. That's why I can't quit that one yet. But I uninstall that hoe all the time.
I
Yeah,
haven't
kinda,
installed it yet.
I mean, that's good for
Mm.
you. I just get tired of logging in, bro.
I do
Yeah.
too. I did.
There's
I don't
so
know if
much
you
logging
ever
in.
do you ever find yourself in like this horrible loop? Like you're like, oh shit, I didn't type this, or oh shit, I need to check this out again because it, I know personally for me, I'll be in a conversation, then I'll log out, and I'll want to just go enjoy my life, but I might be in the middle of a conversation, so I'll go check back in like 2 hours to see if somebody replied.
So
Exactly. Well, I mean, you do that with the app
when
too.
when I realized that it was becoming way more of a problem than I had anticipated was I was at home sitting on my computer checking Facebook, right? I
Hmm.
logged out
Mhm.
of the computer Facebook, pulled out my phone, and went on Facebook.
Yeah,
Still sitting at my computer, and I'm like, wait a minute, I was just here. Why am I back here?
yeah. I love those moments.
So that's when I was like, this is too much. Like,
Yep.
I don't even know what I was checking or looking for. Like, I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just scrolling through on my computer, logged out, opened up like a new tab on my computer to play some music or something, and then pulled out my phone and went on Facebook.
Yeah, man.
And now it's just
We
kind of like that self realization, like this is this is too much. Like I don't even know what I'm doing anymore.
Yeah. I cannot say it's been an overall benefit being on Facebook,
Yeah,
but it has been pretty entertaining sometimes.
I get
You know,
pissed.
entertaining's a word for it.
yeah, entertaining is definitely the word for it.
I just find myself getting pissed sometimes because
That's
it's
a part of it, bro.
it bothers me because it's people don't take care of their internet version of themselves. It bothers me how
Well, they don't have
easy
to. They're protected behind the
exactly.
screen.
Yeah, and
Especially with COVID going
no shit
around. I mean,
away.
what you gonna do? Drive around and meet up with them?
Well, and that's the thing. Like it's like okay, if all we got now is this internet connection with people now, it's gonna be hard not to judge you on just that and not feel some type of way about things because it's
Oh
just
man, dude. There's been I could tell you there's some friends that I definitely see in a different light after certain events and them just being online more and like their true self comes out. There's people you don't really know people until
they can get away with some shit.
they can get away with it. I already had to delete one of my friends for being racist. I'm like, dang. I mean, it wasn't directly to my face, but you racist. It makes you think. It's like, whoa, what am I that? Oh, I have a black friend of yours, or because that's kind of how it seemed.
For me, my experience, or at least how I want to be about things, is to not, I guess, delete someone without attempting to have the conversation and seeing where their mindset is about certain things. Because as what's that? I don't want to be necessarily a part of cancel culture or a part of this. Hey man, you're on the internet. Fuck what you have. Fuck your ideas. I'm just gonna act like you don't exist because yeah, because I don't know. I try not to be that way about it, and I guess this is probably my stance on it until I run out of the energy. Because I honestly wonder how long will I give a shit until I turn like 60. I'm just like fuck it. I'm gonna be this way and only this way. But it's like I try to have the attempt to make the conversation. If I know one of my friends is racist, if I find somebody, I'm trying to understand why they're racist and I don't know. I think I try to Naruto shit too much when in reality that ain't how it works. Nobody got the energy for this shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in this case, I mean, it's one of those like I kind of overlooked a few previous posts and conversations that were had, but it was just one too many. It wasn't just like a first sign of that where yeah. But I mean, I'm kind of like you. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I try to have those conversations, but after a certain point, you run out of energy with those conversations.
You know,
Like,
Cedric, I'm really tired of you telling us how better you are than us.
I'm not trying to tell you how better I am. I'm not.
No, but you are better, bro. I jumped into a few political debate groups on
I had to
Facebook.
bail this nigga out the other day.
Bro, I jumped into a few of them hoes, and I swear I did that shit for like a year straight. I mean, I learned a lot, and yeah, it just took me a while to figure that out. And there's still a lot of things that I'm figuring out about it. I mean, I think there are certain people who have just been so consumed by a certain worldview that they can't entertain an opposing worldview.
Yeah, there's
And
no
some
way that you can make everybody change
Yeah, I mean, I had
or
questions
see
about
differently.
yeah, I had questions about religion since I had grown up in a church and saw that people didn't seem to be practicing their religion as dire as the book was making it seem like. And years later, I find out that um, some of the actions that were part of the culture of the church came straight from slavery, and these people never even questioned why they do such a thing or why this is supposed to be done this way. They just accepted it as is, and no amount of information can tell them otherwise.
Yeah. No, I mean it's like that with religion. It's like that with racism. I mean,
Yeah, like some people get
it's
indoctrinated, and that's just it for them.
yeah, and I mean again like you. I try to ask questions. I try to figure out why these people think this way, or if there is a certain way around them thinking that. Like maybe trying to prove a difference, but at the same time, it's like you just after a while you just kind of realize like you shouldn't have to put energy into that. Like if they are not willing to listen to a difference of opinion, I mean, don't. In my opinion, then it's not worth me wasting my energy on trying to give you a difference of opinion when you're already set in stone. This is the way it
Yeah,
is.
you're already closed
It's
off to the
like,
idea.
yeah, it's talking to a wall.
Yeah,
Hmm.
There's,
I had to
you
learn that
can
the
have
hard way.
healthy conversations with people, but I mean, you kind of can tell early on if it's going to be worth anything.
Right.
I had to learn that the hard way.
I mean, I did too.
With the For me, my so origin story. Looking at us. Um, when returning to Facebook, first off, there's like levels to this shit for me on my return. It's like I'm trying to reconnect with people I haven't talked to, like maybe anywhere from 5 years, 3 years to like all the way to sometimes I want to think about it, 10 years in a way. And one of the things that I'm trying to do is have people understand and respect my voice because I have an idea that I feel like would work on certain things. And this particular thing was I was real big in the whole, hey, people are saying they want to buy black, but I'm looking at this shit from an outsider in situation and I'm seeing it corrupt and fail because when everyone gets together and scream, hey, let's buy black, the first thing they do is direct people to some restaurant or someone's
Yeah,
hairline. And for me, I started going like, whoa, 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 this is not going to do a goddamn thing. And I'm going, okay, what we need is a source. And not even just that. When I started diving deeper into the conversations with people, it also turned into some people were just trying or just hell bent on, hey, we want to make sure it's black and only black to the point where it's like segregation. And I was like, I had this idea of like let me stop saying fucking like punch myself in the gut. Ha! I had this idea of you shouldn't keep anything segregated. You should figure out a healthy integration because we live in a melting pot. And I would go on post and explain this concept, trying to open the eyes and hopefully the hearts of other people, but they didn't want to continue the conversation. The conversation would stop at, if it's not going to be black forever, I don't want to have anything to do with it. And
Yeah,
I'm just like, that's not, that just leads down to a road of blood. And
it's not a practical solution.
it's not. And after I realized my voice wasn't going to be listened to and it just turned into a post on the wall for people to like and like, yeah, that's a good conversation and just like it, I had to back away and just I learned from that you do have to conserve your energy. You can't go put your mind towards something you can't control because people, it don't work like that. It does not work like that.
Yeah. Well, and about the whole buying black thing, like I kind of thought about it for a while, and I was like, yeah, I would definitely like to, support my community more, support buying black. And then I don't know if any of y'all have ever watched it's on Netflix, Trigger Warning with Killer Mike.
I want to.
Yeah,
It's on my list.
we watched
Watch
it, and
the first episode is about buying black, and it was like the hardest thing for him to do to find purely black owned stuff. Like
Yep.
right.
it, it like you said, it's the world is a melting pot. Like even he couldn't even go eat at one of the restaurants in a black neighborhood because like if you purely buying black, it's like the black people had to have their own farm, raise their own chickens, do all this
Yep.
other stuff. You know, it's not. I don't know. I don't want to get off on a tangent, but it's one of those like
Nah, bro, go on a
the
tangent.
no, it's just like in short, it's like one of those the idea like we get the idea of wanting to be, supporting the community and buying black, but if you look at it in reality, buying 100% black, you're not gonna really get anything like or get anywhere with it. Like you said, it should be more of a we need to instead of more segregation, we should be more working together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the shit I'm on. Cause I mean, we have to actually build wealth and have ownership of like all kinds of stuff that you have to build. Like the main component is that you have to build something uh that you own in a place that you own, and those people aren't thinking like that. I don't understand what the mental block is either.
I mean, you could also argue it's actually just bringing more segregation back
Yep.
because now instead of you going and shopping, at just a normal like place like Walmart, you're only looking for a black owned store instead of you just
Oh,
going and
I didn't take it as only by black, like everything is all black
well,
there.
no, I'm saying like some cases, some people are thinking like that.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like I've
I
talked to
don't
some people, it's
understand.
like, oh, it ain't black. I ain't having anything to do with them. Like you can't
Yeah,
even go to Walmart, you can't go to Target, you can't go out to a fast food place. Like, yeah,
yeah,
you have that list of restaurants so you can eat, but I mean,
That ain't doing
a
nothing in the
lot of
long
a
run.
lot of the things you do in your day to day life, you won't be able to do anymore if that's the case.
yeah,
If that's
definitely.
that mindset that you have. Uh, and again, like y'all said, it should be more about working together instead of kind of segregating ourselves and only doing black stuff because of black things or whatever. It really we should just be working together. It
Yeah, we did kind of lose that a lot of that. I really felt that in my local area growing up. There wasn't a strong sense of community
Community.
until some really bad shit happened, like
yeah
uh Hurricane Katrina or some shit. But it shouldn't take that for people to feel like we're gonna help each other out.
it shouldn't take like a tragedy to get people to come together.
That brings it to that Watchmen shit we were talking about earlier. That's how they solved that. They had to make a tragedy to bring the whole entire fucking world together. That damn giant squid.
Yeah, but I mean, unfortunately, it's just one of those like humans, I guess by nature, are kind of selfish. They look out for themselves and their own, and until something big affects a very large amount of people, that's basically the way you continue living your life. Is you look out for you and you look out for your own.
Mm.
I try to keep that Naruto energy. Just think,
Naruto has a good energy, man, but those cases are very few and far between.
I get you, but it's
Like I respect it. I definitely respect it, and I'm not
I
saying
have
you're wrong.
accepted it. I've accepted that in order to be Naruto, you have to be or have his concept. You have to willingly know you're going to die.
I mean, he's probably felt like that since birth. So,
Yeah, yeah.
Probably.
yeah. I'm trying to take a mix of the two. Like, don't completely abandon people, but you know,
Knowing you have to.
yeah, no amount of preaching is going to change anything. So I have to, instead of letting this stuff affect me as well, I have to get myself in order, and then once I'm straight, maybe I can help the next person.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way I look at it too. Like you got to make sure that you're mentally, straight, and then you can help everybody else. But
You
Hmm.
know, I came across something the other day. I'm trying to remember where it came from. Knowing me, from the people I normally listen to and hear shit from, it probably came from one of Jordan Peterson, maybe. But it was something along the lines of, it is okay though to try to put forth that energy that you feel is better and actually attempting to help others when you're still building on yourself. I mean, of course you need to feel like you're in the right level, but it's okay. It's okay to be able to still try to put that energy out and help others. And
well,
I'm
yeah,
trying to hold to that. I'm trying to hold to that because
no, it's definitely okay. I mean, people need that
it's a
energy.
choice. It's a choice. I
Yeah,
know a lot of us opt out to just say, "Hey, man, I'm gonna work on me first, and the people with me, and just and leave it at that." And it's nice to know that there is that option that you can be a hybrid when you're doing this shit. I'm all for the hybrids. Hybrids for the win.
I
yeah,
mean, this is an open world. This is open world simulator, bro. You do whatever you want to do.
yeah. Well, and again, people need that energy for sure. I mean, yeah,
Oh,
people
I had
definitely.
an important question I want to ask you though,
Oh yeah,
because you were doing, was it you had a nutritionist or was it a trainer?
I had a personal trainer for a bit.
How was that?
Expensive.
Did you get
Did you,
buff?
yeah, did you have
Uh,
any results?
yeah. I mean, I was starting to get so. My thing was I was more trying to lose weight in the gut area and trying to tone up like my midsection and everything. When I got the personal trainer, that I didn't, I guess, really put two and two together. That was more, he's more of a bodybuilder.
Mm.
So I definitely started seeing results. I had more muscle, more tone and everything, especially like in my shoulders and upper body area. But I wasn't losing the gut. It's like a completely different routine and workout that you have to do. It really depends on what you want to do, like with your body and stuff. Because after the trainer, I'm not as big as I was because I stopped for a bit, especially because like I kind of got a bum left shoulder.
Mm.
Mm.
Um, he said I needed surgery on it, but I'm if I don't have to get surgery, I'm not gonna. Like, I'm not. Well, I'm not like a professional bodybuilder or anything. I was just trying to do it to look better.
Was
Um,
it worth the money?
for me, no, but it really depends on what you want.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just
If you were
asking how you
trying
felt about
to
it.
like yeah, for me no, that's why I stopped was because I was more trying to just kind of lose a little bit of weight and build up my cardio. While I did definitely like the muscles and I appreciated them, felt a lot better than I had been. Um, it was kind of one of those like, well, after I've worked with the trainer for a bit, I kind of feel like I'm just paying for gym equipment.
Mm.
Um, which I mean, he's a good dude because he's a good guy. I worked with him at GameStop actually in Denton
Mm.
before I met y'all when I was still at GameStop. But so
Hey,
I
I
knew
like
him
that.
from
That's
there.
cool.
Huh?
That's cool. I think that's cool.
Oh yeah, no, he's cool. It
Yeah,
was definitely nice to have that connection too.
yeah.
Um,
You spread the wealth around to the community, basically, to your
yeah,
people.
yeah, because we were cool at GameStop, and then I ended up quitting, but we kept in touch.
Mm.
And he's like, yeah, I'm doing this workout thing now, this bodybuilding thing. I'm like, all right, can you help me out? So and which yeah, I say it's expensive. He also was giving me a discount. Um, Still expensive, but not as expensive as it could have been, which I
What
definitely
is
appreciate.
what kind of numbers are you looking at when you do that?
Like a personal trainer,
Yeah.
or kind of. I mean, it still also kind of depends, but I mean, triple digits.
Mm.
You know, about 100 plus, almost 200. Um, which I mean, after again, after I felt like I was starting to hit that point to where I knew what I was doing going into the gym and started hitting that repetition thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I just kind of felt like, okay, well, I've still got this gut. The gut's kind of not visible underneath all the muscles now, but I'm not. I've got to find something else to do. So what I did, I stopped for a while, tried to let the shoulder heal up a bit. Then I ended up doing Camp Gladiator,
Mm.
and that is a
What's Camp
workout.
Gladiator?
It's a good workout, is what it is. Uh, so they got this. Basically, it's like a little camp where you meet. Like they have people all over the Metroplex, all over like different camps Monday through Friday and sometimes Saturdays. Like you could pretty much find a camp at any time of the day. Uh, and it's just you sign up, you pay the fee, which my fee was like $75 a month, but
Mm.
you can go and get different trainer to anyone's camp really. Usually you kind of want to have like a main camp that you go to. That would be like your main trainer person that you keep in contact with or whatever. Um,
Mm.
but you just you work out with a group of people, and each week they do different. So like there'll be like an endurance week, a like a strength week, speed and agility week, and they just rotate that every month. So you have like the four different types of workouts. One week is one thing, to 4 weeks in a month. Um, it's a good workout though. It's definitely worth it if you keep up with it. My thing is I stopped because I got sick, and then COVID hit. So I'm still kind of skeptical about going and working out with a group of people.
Mhm.
Uh,
As you
because
should be.
you're all, COVID is transmitted through, sweat and saliva and all that stuff, and you all in a close proximity sweating against each other, and no. So I haven't really been since COVID. Uh, but they do offer virtual workouts now too. So if you don't feel like going out there, you can, record yourself on your phone working out. Just put your phone up somewhere, like showing you're doing the workouts. Once it's completed, you get that check-in. They do check-ins every workout that you go to, and you can get like points to buy stuff off of the shop, like workout mats or water bottles or whatever. So But it's definitely good. And another reason why I like it is because it's like a community. Like you meet
Yeah.
people, and those people definitely push you and keep you going. So, I've met a couple people through there and they'll add you as friends on Facebook and, post their workouts, post their virtual workouts, like their times and whatever they're meeting. And it's definitely good. Like it's a really good workout. I definitely want to keep doing it, but COVID and I could do the virtual one, but I need to make some room in my apartment to even think about working out. Um, Otherwise I'm gonna be breaking stuff. So
And what's that? I used to pull out the calisthenics. When you pull out the calisthenics, all you need is what's that? You need to be able to lay on the floor and have your wingspan out. And well, I forgot what else it is because that's what I would do in Denton. Because when we were there, I remember the guys kept saying, "Hey man, you getting real Rick Rossi. You getting real Rick Rossi." And I think it was V's that kept saying, "What was you doing?" Every time you saw me, you would go, "Oh," or something like that. Forgot what it was, or whatever Rick Ross normally does. The thing he does
Oh,
with it,
oh,
yeah, yeah. And I remember it. That's all I kept hearing. I kept telling myself, "Man, I don't care. I'm not gonna do this." And I had a realization factor and some catalysts that happened too. But I had told myself, if you're a rapper, you either gotta be skinny or you gotta be like super duper fat. You can't be in between. It don't look cool if you're in between. but but just on it was cardio and fucking calisthenics. I just started running and that shit fucking helped me lose. I think I was 230 and I got back down to 180. And yeah, yeah.
dang.
This conversation though is in vain because now I am back at the number X. And I ain't even saying.
I don't know. No, I've never seen you that big though.
Hey man, yeah.
Well, no,
Well,
'cause
and that's the crazy part though. You don't really look that big. It's just it's the fact that like it's like that whole if you're not wobbling, you will never look that big. You know what I mean?
yeah, I guess that's true. Cause you saying that, yeah. Cause when I went, cause my heaviest was I think my heaviest was 185, and I had been like a 150 like since high school. And I think 185 was what year was that? 2018, I think. I remember it was the year I went to Nigeria, and all my relatives are like, "What happened?" So
What
you
happened
got
because you
big.
got fat? No,
Yeah.
well, not fat,
Well,
bigger.
not fat, but yeah, I was kind of plump. Uh, but yeah, no, that was my heaviest. I think that was 185, 190. But I mean, you could tell like I had gained weight.
I was fat my whole life, and I think in college, all that shit got worked down. Or
It's
probably it
another
probably started
reason.
in high school a little bit, but
See, that's
yeah,
another reason why I miss it though, because you could walk around campus. Like you just lose it going to class.
yeah, and on adventures and shit. We didn't
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I was just thinking about this today. Do y'all remember uh at the apartment we were all hanging out and some girl just screamed out, "I have titties" or something like that?
No, I
No?
don't
I
remember that.
faintly remember this.
Okay. Okay. Who was that? Was that that girl that we walked home?
Probably. I'm pretty sure it
I
was.
don't think so. I don't really remember.
I remember some girl loudly and proudly shouting, "I have
I
titties."
have titties.
No, I mean, because I know who you're talking about. That was Emily, but I don't think that was her.
Mm.
Hmm. I mean, we had so many girls at the house, right? No, I'm just.
Okay.
One of four looking at.
I don't know. I mean, it could have been her, and I just missed it. I don't know.
It felt like it was one of those moments where all of us stopped and was like, "Oh shit, really?" Like I remember I stopped and I looked up, and all the other guys were just stopped and just
Oh, I remember because Christian said, "Okay."
there was like a flash mob or some shit.
If Christian wasn't there, I don't think Christian ever met Emily, so I don't think it was her.
Hmm. I have no idea. Then I have no idea.
Let me see.
But I do remember someone screaming, "I have titties." I do remember that.
Yeah,
And
like the
thank.
story sounds familiar. I just don't know who it was.
Are you still doing the elevator job?
Yep.
Tell me how that is, because the only elevator jobs I can think of in my mind is when they show the black guy in the back of the elevator in the 1950s, and he's just there to say, "What floor you want to go to, Mr. Robinson?"
Oh, the bellhop.
There you go.
Nah, this job. So, I mean, really, my side of the job. I'm a supervisor now, so I'm not on the phones as much or anything.
Hmm.
But our side of the job is dispatching technicians and setting up service requests. So if someone's elevator breaks down, they'll call in. We'll set up the request and send a technician out. Or we'll just dispatch a technician when he calls in, says he needs a ticket for some building that he just worked on.
Mm.
Uh, there's a couple other sides to it. Like there's a national accounts part, which works with like businesses like Walmart, Target, Gap, stores that have elevators in them, um, malls and stuff, movie theaters. Uh, but that's the main part of ours, and we also monitor empty elevator, not empty elevators with like in the elevator when you press that call button
Hmm.
and it calls us. It doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't go to the building. It'll go to a call center. So like we're one of the call centers. So if you're stuck inside
Mm.
of an elevator and press that button, you'll get us. We'll try to walk you through some stuff to get you out.
I'm gonna do that next time I'm in an elevator. I'm just gonna call him like, "I'm trying to talk to Cedric."
You gotta make sure it's the right company. There's different companies.
I'll get the information from you later.
All right.
What's the
I
wildest call that you can think of that you've had?
mean, there's been a few. Some of the ones though, it's not even like. Uh, so, I mean, there's been ones that are like. I mean, they're rare, but there are some where like people get attacked in elevators or raped in elevators. Those calls
Mm.
definitely never good calls to have. There's been some where like a guy is just irate and pissed off that he's stuck in the elevator, calling every 2 minutes because the technician's not there yet. I remember this one guy in Hawaii. He was very upset because like, hurry up, I gotta poop. Like, man, where's the technician? Oh man, the tech's 45 minutes away. I'm gonna poop in the elevator. Okay, I'm sorry. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. I can't. I'm not with the building. I'm not a tech. You're in Hawaii. I'm in Texas. There's nothing I can do.
I love it.
Uh, there's calls like that. Um, there's calls that like are mistake calls that don't even pertain to elevators, but for some reason they got our number mixed up. I think our company number is like really close to some credit card number because we get people calling all the time trying to activate their credit cards. Uh, we we blocked the number, but there used to be a call every Sunday. There used to be like this. It was like a Hispanic beauty pageant. Like and they had like this teleprompter, you know, those like old TV like teleprompter things, like call now to place your vote, call now to do this.
Yeah.
So every Sunday for the longest time, our lines would just get flooded by all these Spanish speaking people trying to place votes because they kept, I don't know what the difference in the numbers was, but we got just like for an hour straight, just these people trying to vote on this Hispanic beauty pageant every single Sunday.
I love
Um,
That's good shit.
so I think we finally got that number blocked. I remember there was a call with this old lady who was she was very mad at me personally because I didn't have peanut butter cups. And I kept trying to tell the lady, like, ma'am, this is an elevator company. You know, I don't know what you're trying. No, this is the number to the peanut butter cups in this catalog. I dialed it right here, and you just don't want to sell me the peanut butter. I'm like, I wish I had peanut butter cups. I really do. They sound delicious, but I don't have any. Are you sold out? No, this is an elevator company. Call lasted for like 15 minutes of me trying to explain to this woman that I am not the peanut butter cup dude. I mean, you kind of just get random calls like that. You know, they just vary. I remember one lady, she was calling. I think she was from Canada. She was speaking French, and I kept asking if she was trapped in the elevator. She kept saying yes, or we, or whatever. So I had to get a translator on the line. Translator and her go back and forth speaking French. Translator comes back and translator's like, she wants to know how much baby formula she should put in the bottle. And I'm like, are you? I explained to you and her that I'm with an elevator company. What about elevators has anything to do with baby formula?
Dude,
Like, you
that's
know,
just hilarious.
you just get some random calls like that though. But the thing is, they waste so much time. You spend like 15, sometimes 30, sometimes an hour just to come to, you know, the conclusion that, yeah, this had nothing to do with me. This had nothing to do with an elevator. You know, you just get random calls.
If I called looking for peanut butter cookies and you were like, dude, this is an elevator company, I would think that you were fucking with me too.
Right? Elevators don't have companies. They come with the building.
I mean, like, the thing is, like, it was just this older lady, and she just would not take no for an answer.
Oh, I had
And
that happen. Oh, so one thing I'm learning is that it just appears that if there's ever a place where humans can call in, it's humans. Humans just are bound to just fuck some shit up. I worked at Domino's for a good period, and I remember this infamous call. This old lady, she called and she was explaining how she wanted pizzas delivered, but she wasn't gonna pay the delivery charge. She kept just saying, "No, I'm not paying no delivery charge. You're supposed to deliver my pizza to me because I paid for it." And I'm trying to explain to this woman the process of how deliveries work, and she's just hell bent of, "No, that's not how this works. I pay for a pizza, you bring it to me." It's just this back and forth to the point where I believe, if I remember correctly, I ended up just saying, "Hey, yeah, it was." I felt bad because I just had to be an asshole and say, "Hey, man, I've explained this shit to you. You can figure this shit out on your own." I think she came to the actual Domino's, and yeah, it's just hilarious to me because
it's
you can do all that you can to explain some shit and they ain't gonna get it.
yeah, it's that customer entitlement.
Yeah,
It's
custom.
because we get that too. It's customer entitlement. We get that too. Well, you can send the tech out, but I ain't paying anything for it. All right, well, I'll let you take that up with billing. No, you put that on the ticket. I can't. That's a billing issue. We don't deal with billing. You got to call back on Monday. You know, and they're just adamant about how they're not going to pay. So then you actually have to conference them in with the supervisor, and the supervisor's like, "Go ahead and send them out. We'll bill them." And they either get billed or the contract gets frozen. So that's sometimes fun, you know. But yeah, no, customer entitlement is definitely real. We deal with that too sometimes.
I've been not a victim. I've been I've been a abuser of customer entitlement because I mean, I don't know. I say it like this. I feel like there's script readers and like that shit just I don't know, man. I think problems don't need to just get left at whatever the hell they were supposed to be read in the script. And I know there's levels to this shit. If you're on an elevator and you're trying to explain that you are selling peanut butter cups or some shit and you don't, that's totally different. I was telling the guys about it. I forgot what cast this was, but I literally start the cast off talking about how an insurance company in this period of COVID, they canceled on me and didn't have a conversation outside of it prepared about what to do with people when they cancel it and they overcharge you for some shit. They just leave it at, hey, we can't do anything for you. You can try again, and we're sorry you're dissatisfied. Goodbye. And it always bothers me that we set these systems up so we can have a valid reason to not be human, or I guess to just shut the humans out.
Yeah, I feel like that's just kind of like business practice though.
Yeah.
Because I mean you gotta also think like this stuff is coming from corporate or higher ups, right? It's not the people on the phone making up that script on the spot. Like, and once you get higher up in the company, like in corporate and stuff, all they do is they see numbers. They don't see people as people a lot of the times. I've learned that. Actually, I started learning that from GameStop, which, by the way, GameStop is the worst company. Don't ever work for them. Um,
This is not an ad.
no, it's not. They actually were voted the worst corporate in America, uh, and I can vouch for that. But that's another story for another time. Um,
I would love to hear that one.
but
That's
yeah,
how
no,
all the
they,
people at the top think.
huh?
That's how all the people at any top position of anything. That's how they think.
Yeah, they just start to see numbers. It doesn't matter if you came from the bottom to the top. Once you're at the top, all you see is numbers. So you start looking at the whole big picture of the company, the big picture of everything, to where satisfying that one customer or that one person doesn't really matter because you have an entire company to think about. So they just kind of become numbers.
What are
Sucks,
your
but
thoughts on preventing that?
I mean, I wish there was a way to, but I mean, it's really hard to when you're working for a really big company. I mean, really the only other way that I could think of is having everybody start working from the bottom and move their way up, which is impossible. And even if it was possible, I mean, that's not to say that they're still not going to disregard the whole customer satisfaction thing. It's just kind of the structure of it. It's like bigger companies, corporate companies like that. Unfortunately, that's how they survive. Because yeah, you may piss off one customer, but you know that there's millions of other people still buying your product.
Mm.
Whereas your smaller mom and pop shops, they're the ones that have to care more about their customer bases and keeping up a good rapport with everybody that they interact with because that's how they make a living. Like them losing one customer or two customers hits a lot harder than that corporate company.
Yep.
Like, you know, I I could go to corporate GameStop and tell them y'all suck. I'm not shopping there anymore. They're gonna shrug their shoulders and keep on trucking because they they
Yep.
don't need my money. They've got millions of other people's money, and they're
Hmm.
probably as soon as I walk out the door, they probably got a new customer right then and there. So it's kind of I don't know. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's kind of like a almost impossible thing to balance. I think if you're that large of a company, you can't really just, you know, it's really hard to be that big of a company and still care about each and every individual interaction with every single customer when you're looking from the top down. That's what you have
Chick-fil-A is on
your
top of that shit, man.
yeah. Chick-fil-A doesn't care about a large part of their customer base or their possible customer base though, so
This
they're
is true.
already losing. I mean, they lost a large part of their customer base, and they're still doing the same thing. So
Are we talking about the same instance when there was the whole how they felt about, I guess, gay people in general?
yeah, the LGBT people,
Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, I have a lot of friends that are LGBT, and when all that stuff came out, instantly stopped. No support for Chick-fil-A.
Mm.
So if you can imagine worldwide how many people stopped supporting Chick-fil-A, yet Chick-fil-A is still doing pretty good.
I know a lot of gay people who didn't stop.
Yeah, I mean, I know some that didn't stop either, but I know a lot of people that did. And, either way, it's still, more, it's more of a loss than most people would experience, like most companies would experience, right? Like,
Hmm.
just collectively, if you look at the people that actually did stop supporting Chick-fil-A, that's still a big hit. But Chick-fil-A is still doing fine.
Mm-hmm. And that's that other question that comes up on the table for me. I think about it. It's like it only matters if the people fucking care about it, and that's the sad thing for a lot of this shit. If the people care about it, then shit happens.
And if there's no good alternative.
Yeah. Which, I mean, Chick-fil-A, there's other chicken sandwiches out there.
Not as good as Chick-fil-A though, but I ain't trying to make this an ad.
But
I'm
they
just
don't have crack in it.
that's right. They don't
I
have
don't
crack
know,
in it.
man. That people were acting like the Popeyes one had some crack in it.
You guys were idiots, but it's actually pretty damn good.
I
Yeah.
mean,
You said you didn't try it?
Nope.
it
Well,
it was pretty good.
I mean, you have to use Chick-fil-A sauce to make it good, but
Yeah. So my stance on the chicken sandwich, Chick-fil-A has always been good, right? Like to me, they've always been it's a good chicken sandwich. Popeyes came along. If you get that spicy chicken sandwich, I would put that over the Chick-fil-A sandwich. But the thing about the Popeyes one is they run out early in the day. They don't have them all day like Chick-fil-A does.
mm,
That being said, I can still go to Wendy's and get a decent chicken sandwich because their chicken sandwich is pretty good too.
I can't vouch for Wendy's. I can vouch for Chick-fil-A. Popeyes is cool. Have you been to Super Chicks though?
I have not.
That's the little stepchild. That's it's like only like 4 locations, and they're they're in Addison, the one that I went to, um, and they're open on Sundays. That's what it is. That's the place to go get your chicken sandwich on a Sunday. They got this burger, not a burger, it's fucking sandwich. They got this sandwich where they take an avocado and they stuff it with cheese and they deep fry it and they put that on top of a chicken breast, and it's good. I hate avocados now, but yeah, that shit was good.
See, that right there already sounds like it's better than Chick-fil-A to
It's
me.
alright.
But I mean, I don't know. See, I've never thought Chick-fil-A was like all that. Personally, it's good. I'm not saying they're bad. It's passable. I can eat Chick-fil-A. I'm just saying, like, would I put Chick-fil-A way above any other chicken sandwich? Probably not.
Okay, if that's passable, what's the good stuff? You doing all this holding out, man.
I
Yeah.
mean, are we still strictly talking chicken sandwiches? Because,
Nah,
Yeah.
man. Let us know then. Let us know then. What's really good?
well, let's see. If you want burritos, no. I mean, I guess maybe I just never really been big on chicken sandwiches. But like I said, I'll go to Wendy's and probably get a better chicken sandwich, in my opinion, than Chick-fil-A.
See, you ain't even about that life.
Well, what life? Like, what? Let me know.
Chicken
Where?
sandwich life,
I
bro.
mean, I got Super Chicks. Where? What other chicken sandwiches are there?
You know who? They're closed on Sunday, and people damn near worship. Oh damn, my mouse fell. People damn near worship them, and they're closed on Sunday so they can worship Jesus.
Chick-fil-A? Oh, he just left. Oh, there you are.
Shit. Did I go
You
somewhere?
guys,
You like left and then came right back.
I have no idea what happened.
Oh.
the important part is you're here now.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not knocking Chick-fil-A. I'm just saying I don't feel as highly as most people do about them.
I know
Cause
some people that are feeling that way about it. I got a coworker who's like, "Hey man, there's nothing special about a damn chicken sandwich with 2 pickles on it and no sauce."
not only that, but I don't like pickles, so I already have to pick them off. I'm already having to work for my sandwich.
You know
I
what?
hate working for
This
food.
that was that was the first sandwich where I left the pickle on, and I wasn't even complaining.
I can't do pickles, man. That's like the top. That's the top of my I hate this food list. Pickles.
Avocados is mine. That shit tries to assassinate me now. I'm avocado intolerant now. I don't know what the fuck happened, but
Wow,
whenever
what
I
does
eat
it do to you?
avocado, you said what?
What does it do to you?
Like it just it gets in my system and my body instantly rejects it. Probably about a minute or a minute and a half later, okay, I gotta go vomit that shit right up.
Mm.
Damn, sucks to suck.
It does, cause it wasn't that way. It just happened. I went over Green's house one time. We were eating these tortillas or tostadas or some shit, and I had a Sprite. And I remember I was getting ready. No, I bit down into some avocado. It was avocado and shrimp or something like that, and it was just nope, nope, hell no. And from that day forward, whenever I have avocado, I just like, oh, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. Nope, can't do it. Just can't.
Mm.
Body just rejects that shit instantly.
I think it's growing on me.
I've always liked it.
I want to know if it's a mental thing or has my body grown to be intolerant of avocados? Because I know my mom had the same thing happen to her. So I don't
I
know if it's
mean,
mental or physical.
I'm not a doctor or anything, but I think you can get food allergies if like as you get older. Because I know, like my granny, she I guess as she got older, got allergic to shellfish.
Mm.
So I don't know if it's that way with a lot of foods or what, but I know because she used to like we used to eat like seafood all the time, and then she got older and like she couldn't eat fish anymore, like shellfish or anything. She couldn't eat shrimp or anything like that.
Mm.
Like she would just start breaking out and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, Darius is complaining, but he knows I can't eat weed and shit. So like most of fast food and most regular food is out now.
Dang.
You right? I can't just be out and have a splurge of
I just
whatever we pass by. Like it's off the menu, all of it.
I just had to take a minute and just realize what all wheat was in. I'm like, dang.
Everything.
I know.
They put this shit in everything, bro, for no reason. It's in the vitamins and shit. Why? It's no point.
Want some wheat with that wheat?
I mean, goddamn. Yeah, it hurt. It really did hurt.
Yeah. That's one of my fears, man. I hope I never get any food allergies. Like, and then they had that report saying that there's ticks out there that make you allergic to meat, so I'm just forever staying
Oh
inside.
yeah.
Like,
I
you
remember that
can't
shit.
you can't take that away from me. I like too many things that have meat in it. I like ribs,
Nature finds
chicken.
a way.
I can't do that. That
That's crazy. Nature finds a way. Maybe that's how God made it. He knew this shit was coming.
maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It could be a food allergy, man. It could have just been like one of those things that you got older and just your body hates it now.
Mm.
But I don't know how, like, there's a way to test that.
Your thing's messed up, bro.
Yo, did y'all hear me
Oh,
now?
oh, I hear you now.
Yeah, now we can.
Did you guys catch the last thing I said?
Nope.
Probably not. No.
It was hilarious because I said, "Gents, we should shut this shit down." And then I was sitting there going, "Oh, I think this bitch shut it down itself already."
No, we didn't hear that.
Well, I can retrieve that statement if y'all were in the middle of a conversation about something.
Nah, it's food allergies, man. That was about it.
Oh, but shit! Before we go though, are you playing anything tonight? Cause we totally need to start gaming together too.
Who is that?
You said
Huh?
who is we?
Who is that to? Who is that question to?
Bro, I always know you're open to playing a game. Fucking Cedric, I need to know what he's playing.
Oh, do you have a PC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on a PC right now. Yeah,
Oh, bro, you fucking up. Where have you been this whole time?
I don't play much. Oddly enough, that's weird to say, actually.
Right?
uh, no, I haven't really been doing much multiplayer stuff. I've just been doing the single player. Like, I'm playing Yakuza right now.
Did you
Mm.
pick up Total War?
Total War.
Oh my god. He missed
Is
it.
it
He
a
didn't pick
shooter?
that up, bro.
Yeah. No, it's I think it's
Strategy.
more like yeah, like a strategy board game type of deal. Like it, the different land is owned by different nations and you know make deals and do politics and conquer and
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I know what type of game you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. No, I've never really played it, but yeah, I've heard about it. Total War or
I
like those
think it
type of games.
yeah, I think it'd be good for a podcast game and it was free for 24 hours.
Oh, shoot, I missed it then.
Yeah, bro, you fucking up. We don't just be posting bullshit.
Cuz he Vontae says that Epic Game Store is giving away games like all left and right and shit.
Yeah, because
Every week.
I got Samurai Showdown collection from them for free.
I did as well.
Yeah, they be picking them hoes up. I thought it was just gonna be a bunch of bullshit games like they used to do.
Yeah. No, I haven't really been paying too much attention after that though. Like I said, my gaming lately hasn't really been like I'm playing Yakuza and I was playing Sekiro and that game was kicking my teeth in, so I kind of put that down. Um, so I was about to start Ghost of Tsushima.
Mm.
because that looks pretty fun. But other than that, I mean, I haven't really been playing much. Just the occasional fighting game here and there. That's about it.
I know I want to have that conversation about Kingdom Hearts with you, but I think that would be a cool one for me, you, and the other guy who is completely pro Kingdom Hearts.
Oh man, there's a lot to talk about.
Oh,
Cause
there's
Yeah.
did you get Remnant from the Ashes? Because that one's free, and I think we all picked that one up.
Remnant.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
another game.
3-player.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
I have to get that one then.
But shit, it's been a fucking blast. We need to do this again. I fucking had fun. This is dope. I like this. This is my new pastime, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, man, I
Yeah,
had fun too. It's definitely good catching up with you guys. Sure,
yeah,
there's a lot more to talk about too.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Probably, I mean, shit, just from the whole thought track, we're miles away from each other in sort of fashion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, like Carrollton is very close. Well, I mean, I'm in Plano, so it would be what, like a 20-minute drive, if that.
15
Mine
minutes,
is
bro.
like 15 hours.
If you start now, you can, you know.
But shit. All right, man. I'll let you later, dog.
All right, it was
Cool.
nice.
Yeah, it's been fun. Yeah, I'll be in touch. I'll post some music or something, and yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
definitely.
definitely stay in touch.
I made a channel for that, so yeah, just post shit in there.
All right,
All right,
Well, shit.
holla at you.
cool.
Laters.
See you later.